Would you risk everything to save a helpless creature, even with danger nearby? Sarah did, but what happened next was unforgettable. Was it trust, instinct, or something deeper? Dive into this gripping rescue and share your thoughts below. Under the scorching African sun, a patrol SUV moved slowly across the savanna, kicking up a trail of dust. Behind the wheel sat Sarah, a seasoned wildlife officer. Her sharp eyes scanned the tall grass and scattered rocks. Nothing unusual stood out, but in the wild, she knew surprises were never far. Suddenly, a faint whimper carried by the wind reached her ears. It was weak, but enough to catch her attention. Sarah hit the brakes and signaled for her team to stop. "Did you hear that?" she asked in a low, focused voice. Alex, a young rookie ranger, tilted his head to listen. After a moment, he nodded. "Sounds like a lion cub." The team quickly disembarked and followed the sound. Sarah pushed through thick foliage and froze, her heart clenched. A lion cub, no more than 3 months old, was trapped inside a rusted steel pipe, likely left behind from an old construction project. The cub's wide golden eyes were filled with panic. Its front legs were wedged inside, and its head pressed uncomfortably against the pipe's edge. Dust and scratches on its fur revealed it had struggled for a long time. Sarah crouched, careful not to startle the cub. "It's okay, little one," she whispered softly. She knew that calm tones could ease an animal's fear. Suddenly Alex tapped her shoulder. His voice was tight. "Sarah, look." She turned, and her heartbeat quickened. On a small nearby hill stood a pride of lions. A large lioness, likely the cub's mother, was staring at them, ears alert, muscles tense. Other lions stood nearby, 2 males and several females. The air thickened with tension. "If we move too fast or hurt the cub," Sarah murmured, "they won't hesitate to attack." Alex swallowed hard. "So what do we do?" Sarah inhaled deeply. "We move fast but carefully. If the mother senses we're helping, she might hold off." She knelt beside the cub and gently placed her hand on its side. It flinched and let out a faint hiss, but was too exhausted to resist. She could feel its rapid heartbeat. "You're scared, aren't you?" she whispered, gently stroking its back. "Hold on, we're getting you out." She examined the pipe. The inner surface was rough and rusted, likely what trapped the cub. Pulling it out forcefully could cause serious injury. "We need to reduce friction," Sarah said. She grabbed a clean cloth from the first aid kit, soaked it with water, and dripped it over the cub's neck and shoulders. The dust began to wash away. "Let's try now," she nodded to Alex. Alex held the cub's head gently, while Sarah placed both hands on its hips and pushed carefully. The cub squirmed, legs trembling, but didn't budge. "It's not working," she said. "If we pull harder, we might dislocate something." She glanced at the pride. The lioness had stepped closer, tail flicking, a sign of stress or readiness to charge. "We need to cut the pipe." Alex ran to the SUV for the metal cutter. Sarah kept soothing the cub, stroking its fur. The cutter roared to life. Sparks flew as the blade met steel. The cub flinched, but Sarah placed her hand on its forehead, whispering, "Almost there, little one." Bit by bit, they sliced through the pipe, carefully avoiding injury. The lions grew restless. After more than 20 tense minutes, the final section came loose. Sarah slid her hands onto the cub's hips and gently pulled. It let out a weak cry, legs trembling, then stood. Suddenly a deep roar echoed. The lioness charged. "Back away!" Alex yelled. The team stepped back, eyes fixed on her. The cub blinked, then recognized its mother. It sprinted to her. The lioness bent down, sniffed it thoroughly, then licked its forehead. Sarah exhaled. The look in the lioness's eyes wasn't pure hostility. It was something else. As the pride slowly disappeared into the bush, Sarah remained still, watching the cub press against its mother. A soft breeze swept over the savanna. The scent of dust and grass still lingered in the air. Alex joined her, breathing hard. "Do you think she knows we saved her cub?" Sarah tilted her head, remembering the lioness's eyes. Maybe not in the way we do, but maybe for a moment she understood we weren't her enemies. Alex chuckled and patted her shoulder. Either way, today was unforgettable. They packed up, extinguished any remaining sparks, and returned to the SUV. As the engine rumbled to life, Sarah took one last look at the landscape bathed in sunset. She knew there would be more dangers, trapped animals, poachers, nature itself. But today, one small life had returned to freedom. As they drove off, a small figure appeared in the distance, at the tree line. It was the cub. For just a moment, it turned and looked back. Its golden eyes gleamed in the twilight. Then it turned and followed its mother into the wild, where it belonged. Sarah smiled and drove on, leaving nature to tell the rest of the story. This story celebrates the powerful bond between humans and wildlife, rooted in compassion, courage, and the call to protect. Sarah's daring rescue reflects our shared duty to safeguard nature. The lioness's response, cautious but not hostile, hints at a silent trust. In the end, the cub's return to the wild is more than a rescue. It's a symbol of hope, kindness, and freedom.